Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. Sometimes things are meant to be. Sometimes things just feel right. Pause. Sometimes you just know, and some people might hate the idea of it. Other people might love it. They can't wait for it. But at the end of the day, something just feels right about the situation. What am I talking about? You see the thumbnail. I see a clip last night of Shedeur Sanders playing catch with who? In the middle of the street in New York City, Shedeur Sanders is playing catch with Malik Nabers. Playing catch. Now, these guys have already talked about each other on separate occasions. Shedeur Sanders talking about, Malik Nabers. And then, Malik Nabers talking about, certain quarterbacks and stuff like that. And he's not the only one. I'm seeing Cam Ward being asked questions because he's in New York too right now. Again, getting ready for this Heisman ceremony. But it just feels right when I'm looking at both of these guys, both of these options that we have at quarterback. When I'm looking at Shedeur Sanders, when I'm looking at Cam Ward, I feel like I'm looking at the future or the next franchise quarterback for the New York Giants. Do I know which one it's going to be? Absolutely not, because I still don't know where we're drafting at yet. If we stay in the top 2, top 3, if we make it to top 1. Now, if we make it all the way to 1, that's when things get a little bit crazy. That's when a lot of the nitpicking is going to start between the fan base, because I believe once the season is finalized, and the New York Giants have like the first pick or the second pick, let's say, for this scenario of what I'm talking about right now, let's just say that the New York Giants do end the season with the number 1 pick. Can you imagine the amount of, is it going to be Shedeur Sanders or is it going to be Cam Ward? And the New York Giants have a chance to pick. And the pressure of picking at number 1, you got to make sure that the guy that you get is the right person, first of all. It's almost easier to pick at number 2 than it is to pick at number 1 when you're in a situation where you have an option of 1A and versus 1B. And again, if you guys do not know, 1A to me is Shedeur Sanders, 1B is Cam Ward. For a lot of people, a lot of other Giants fans, they do have Cam Ward above Shedeur Sanders. They like the wow factor. They like the higher ceiling of Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders. But I just keep thinking, like, man, for me personally, I was upset last week when I saw Shedeur Sanders in Las Vegas. When I saw the video of him riding past the Raider Stadium and with the caption, "The Legendary" underneath. I got mad when he was at the banquet with Antonio Pierce, and his dad is talking about, "I need you to draft both of my sons." I was mad about that because, again, Shedeur is number 1 on my list. And, I started thinking, like, you know what? If he doesn't want to be a Giant, I'm like, forget it. Cam Ward is still right there. And then fast forward to the week, I'm on Twitter last night, and I see the clips of my number 1 wide receiver playing catch in the streets of New York with Shedeur Sanders. And of course, there's publicity involved. They know what they're doing. Shedeur Sanders is throwing the football with Malik Nabers on some random street in New York City. At night, cars are driving by, people are honking, people are recognizing who these guys are. And it just feels a certain way. A couple days ago, Shedeur Sanders is at the Knicks game. The camera's on him. He stands up. He starts to wave at the crowd, and the crowd is cheering for him. I'm like, listen, it's different. It's different. The New York Giants need that type of vibe. Need that type of New York. The city needs that. We need that type of energy coming from the quarterback of the New York Giants. We need somebody with some aura. And not just aura, because some people are nitpicking and say, "Oh, well, you're just playing." No, we got a guy that has aura and can also back it up on the field. 2 of these guys, both of these guys. Like, I know I'm focusing a lot on Shedeur Sanders. That's one thing. But it's not just Shedeur. It's Cam Ward, too. These guys it's different personalities, of course, but they both have aura when it comes to their personality. And they both have aura on the field. And that's what the New York Giants have been missing for a long time. Like, Eli Manning was fantastic, but he didn't have that type of aura. He was a winner. He was hardworking. You know, he would pick himself up off the ground. That's what Eli Manning was, the one fist pump or the double fist pump. That's what Eli was, and we loved him for it. But we got to understand that we got to be real with each other. If we were to get Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward, it's an entirely different type of vibe. New York is a flashy city, and I think that the quarterback position should match that type of energy. We've seen it enough already. We need a guy. We need a superstar in New York. I'm just saying. But again, seeing that clip of Malik Nabers and Shedeur Sanders interacting with each other, knowing that there's a possibility that these guys could be throwing to each other for the foreseeable future in New York Giants blue, how can you not get excited about that? But of course, there's going to be a lot of people that won't get excited about it because of how they feel. Not what they see, but how they feel about the quarterback. Or these two specific quarterbacks. But yeah, man. That's it, man. That's a quick. I just wanted to talk about it. Everybody else is talking about it. Everybody else has put either videos up or posts up of Shedeur Sanders throwing the ball with Malik Nabers. I said I might as well talk about it too, let you guys know how I feel about it. But you know what? I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about it? I can't wait to see the comment section down below. I can't wait to see it. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows Big Blue Nation. Let's go.